All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a watch from Vario Watch Company. Not the first time I've seen one of their watches. As a matter of fact, Scott over at Watches Galore has gotten a couple other ones from the Vario brand out there on tour. I'm going to leave links to Scott's channel and as well as all the other channels you can see this watch on. It's been on a tour to a number of different channels. Now, this is a prototype watch, so we'll go ahead and get the box open and take a look at it. Now, the other two that I looked at were both kind of in a very clean dress watch style, and this one is absolutely no different. Ivan over at Vario, he makes watches that are clean, extremely functional, and lately he's been using hand winding movements, which I think is a real bonus. I think the first one that we looked at was a quartz. So let's go ahead and get this open and see what we have. So, all right, so there you go, the little watch in the box here. And I do believe that he went ahead and included both of the straps that are going to be available for these watches. You don't get them both. I think you get one or the other. Go ahead and get the sticker off the lens there and take a look at it. Good looking little watch. Now this is a hand winding watch, so we'll go ahead and get this movement wound up here so that we can see that thing working along. There's something refreshing and satisfying about a hand winding movement. I'm so used to having automatics that I think having a watch that you need to get up every morning and remember, hey, it's time to wind my watch, drinking your cup of coffee. It's just a neat feeling. So here we go with this is the Vario Tuxedo White. Or White Tuxedo, I guess it would be called. Very nice dial layout. I absolutely love those vintage style Arabic numerals on the dial. I mean, they're just very cool, very like 1930s, you know, flapper days vibe, I guess you'd say. Very cool, very Al Capone era is what I'm looking at there on the dial. As far as the numbers go, you have that beautiful texturing to that main dial there with those hollow skeletonized hands that go out to that just beautiful tip there on that hour hand. You have that syringe tip. And then the hollow hand here almost goes out to like a hollow sword hand. Very nicely done. These indices do appear to be applied. I'm going to go ahead and try my little zoom feature here and see what we get. Yeah, taking a closer look at the dial. Look at that. Look at that texturing. Very nicely done. It looks like the Vario is painted on there. You do have these applied indices all the way around that outside of the dial. Very clean looking little watch. Now the case from side to side on this watch is going to be 38 millimeters. That's not including that crown, of course. You're looking at 46 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip. You've got a 20 millimeter lug opening, and it's 11 millimeters thick due to that simple hand winding movement. As you can see by looking at the side of the case, clean brushing, downward brushing on the side of the case. Just a really nice, clean little small onion head on here, or onion crown on this watch. And you do have pierced lugs, which is a nice bonus for doing those strap changes. You can see it does have a non-turning polished bezel around that sapphire crystal on the watch, which is nice. Polishing on top of the lugs and around that bezel. Clean looking little watch. It's funny because this is a 38 millimeter and I've been wearing all day today until I changed up just a little bit ago. I'm wearing my Borealis Sea Storm right now, but I was wearing my 36 millimeter Seiko DX from 1967. Awesome watch, but it is due for service. It was running about 12 seconds slow today, so really need to get that in for service. But this watch comes in at that very classy, you know, size point also. I think 38 millimeters is just a great size. Going in and flipping it over, let's go ahead and look at the case back. Very nice when you don't have a rotor on the movement and it's a hand winding movement. You get to see just all the glory, everything going on inside of there. Your escapement working. I mean, it's just a great looking watch. Designed in Singapore. Ivan is always, you know, always lets us know that these watches are designed and made in Singapore. Guess I could get that plastic off the case back for you guys. Sapphire crystal, mechanical, obviously, with that hand wind movement. 5 atmospheres, so it is water resistant. You know, not a swimming watch, but a watch that's not going to hurt it to get wet. Kind of an everyday style watch. But just an all-around great watch. Now, this is the genuine leather strap here that is available on it with the stitching, which looks really nice. And you also have, which they kind of have... I don't know anyone else that does this, but these tweed straps, which I think is a neat touch. And actually what I'll do is I will go ahead and show the watch on both of these straps here in just a minute. I will get it on my wrist with the leather strap, and then I'll swap out the strap and show you guys what it looks like on the tweed strap. But I think the dial on this watch, I mean, it's just really impressive when you look at that and you look at the texturing to that dial, and there's good depth to it. You know, it's just a nice looking watch. So let me go ahead and pause it here and we'll get this on the wrist. Okay, so 38 millimeter is always a very, very good classic size on the wrist. I mean, I might even argue that 38 is better than 40. And as a matter of fact, I do believe that Ivan intended these watches originally to be 40 millimeters by 47 millimeters. And just that, you know, 2 millimeters and 1 millimeter difference really makes this watch shine. The hand-winding Miyota movement, I didn't mention to you what that movement actually is, but that's a 6T33 hand-winding movement in this watch, which is very nice. Now, the production of these watches, the 300 units that they're making initially, he's going to get these watches started before the April Kickstarter date. That way the delivery of the watches to the customer won't be delayed at all, so he can really get them out there to the customers as quickly as possible. I'm not quite sure on the MSRP or what they're going to be going for. You will have to go to the website and follow it to the Kickstarter campaign for this watch. I know the last ones with the hand-wind movement, very similar, were around $300, $328. So not inexpensive, but they're very classy, very good-looking watches. You're not going to find stuff like this every day with these kind of really nice specs on it and this 38 millimeters with the sapphire crystal. Very classy looking gentleman's watch. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause it and we're going to get it on that tweed strap so I can show you what that looks like. Okay, so here we have it on the Harris Tweed strap. Now, one thing I want to mention right off about these straps, now I only have a 7-inch wrist and I do have this quite tight on me, so if you guys have bigger wrists, you might want to be careful with that. Now, I'm not sure if these are just a little bit short because they're in prototype stage, excuse me, but definitely want to be aware of that before you go into the wash. The strap could be a little bit short if you have a wrist bigger than, you know, 7-inch, 7.5 inch, something like that. But definitely a good looking watch from Vario. Follow the links down below, you know, to the Vario website where you can get one of these watches, guys. Also check out all the other channels that I put down there in the description down below. Please like and subscribe to those channels. And, you know, definitely stay tuned for more good stuff here on the OFD channel. Okay, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed yet to my channel, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.